Yes. All right. Good evening and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of November 11th, 2014. Ms. Porak, please call the roll.
Committeeman Delcor.
Here.
Committeeman McCauley.
Here.
Committeeman Sirachi.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Here.
Mayor Thompson.
Here. Please join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Publics Meeting Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, the notice of this meeting was made by the posting of the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 8 p.m. on November 11th, 2014. First up, we have approval of the October 28th, 2014 regular session minutes. May I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley.
Yes.
Committeeman Sirachi.
Abstain.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Okay, moving on to reports from committee liaisons. First up, Committeeman Delcor.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of things tonight. As this is our liaison time, there's some liaison assignments that are a little more significant than some of the others. And I've had the great pleasure this year of being the Veterans Liaison. And on this Veterans Day, I've had a couple of wonderful events I've been able to attend. Prior to our meeting here on our Garden of Honor, I'd like to thank all the veterans that were able to attend and all the township members that came for the event this evening. I'd also like to thank Tom Salili Jr. for his tremendous remarks at the event. On this Veterans Day, I'd like to thank all of the veterans, not just those in Hillsborough, but really across the country, those that are still with us and those that have given their lives in service to our country. This is a time for us to remember and thank all of our veterans. And certainly one of the things that we're very prideful of here in Hillsborough is our work with the veterans and the work that they do with us. So thank you all for your service to our country, and thank you for all you've done to make this the greatest nation the world has ever known. This morning I got the opportunity to attend an event with Committeeman McCauley at Triangle School. And you know, it's really amazing when you see a bunch of kindergartners to fourth graders all with a little flag that they're waving as veterans are marching into the auditorium. There was about 56 of them today, I believe, at Triangle School. The kids all rose in unison and were waving their flags. They sang a very patriotic, thankful song to the veterans, and the school did a video of one student thanking each veteran that was in attendance for their service and for attending the event. And it was really moving, and that our schools do a tremendous job of teaching the children how important the veterans are to our way of life and to our country. And I'd like to thank the schools and the school board for all the great work that they do. It was an honor to be there this morning. I know a couple of the veterans that are here were there as well, and I'm sure they would echo those sentiments. It's really, really moving to see what the schools do, especially at those young ages. So I just wanted to thank them for inviting me. I would be remiss if I didn't also give congratulations to our mayor and Committeewoman McCauley on their reelection. It's great that you'll be on this dais for another 3 years after this, and very well deserved. And I'm glad to serve with you both, and congratulations on your reelection. Thank you. And one last note, at the last meeting we talked a little bit about the GSA, the park that's going to be built over at Mountain View Park now, which is what it will be called, off of Mountain View Road at the base of the Sarowland Mountains. We had a groundbreaking of sorts at the event a few weeks back. We also talked about it at the last meeting, showed picture of what the park will look like. We've been working with the county. Committeewoman McCauley and I are on the GSA committee there. I guess we'll rename that the Mountain View Park Committee going forward. But the county's been working with us on the design of that park. We have most of the environmental work that was being done, the remediation, now complete, and we're really getting ready to build those fields there. So starting in the spring, we're working with the county now. The design is being done. The bids are going to be going out shortly for the work that's going to be done there. And in very near term, I expect we'll be able to come back to you with a timeline of what that build out will look like, and when we can expect to get some of the kids on those fields playing. So I would expect in the next couple months we'll be here with a much more definitive timeline on where we are with that park build out and the work that we're doing collaboratively with the county on that. So more to come on that, but I just wanted to give that brief update. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeewoman McCauley.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things this evening. I just wanted to remind everyone that leaf collection throughout the township has begun. So if you would, I know that there's always a question on how this works, so if you would rake everything up to the curb, that's fine, but do not put them in the roadways. They won't pick them up if you actually put them into the roadways or in ditches. Bagged leaves and leaf piles and stick and branches will not be accepted. If you have these types of items, you can bring them to the Aughton Road facility on Saturdays from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. The leaf drop program is open to all Hillsborough residents and will run through December 20th. Only leaves will be accepted, no brush, yard waste, or other debris for this time period. You can visit the township for more information or call our front office if you have any questions. I wanted to mimic Committeeman Delcour's comments tonight that we both attended to Triangle School today. We kind of divide and conquer sometimes because we can't be in every place at one time, and we kind of go to different schools, and I know the mayor will probably talk to where he went this morning. But Frank and I both went to Triangle School. Wanted to thank Lisa Heisel, the principal, who always reaches out, hands me a tissue on the way in, and says thank you for being here again, because they know how emotional I get every time I walk through the door. And to Frank's point, when the kids start to sing, it's really quite amazing and so humbling to see how they actually do learn to represent and consider their veterans on the Veterans Day. So thank you to all the people who serve on Veterans Day. We appreciate it. Last but not least, I wanted to congratulate Mayor Thompson on our re-election. It was a long road traveled, a couple of miles around town. I think I threw my sneakers away the day we got re-elected. We traveled a lot around town and really talked to a lot of our residents. And we want you all to know that we do appreciate each and every one of you and want to hear your voices, and we hear everything that you say. And we're here to serve you, and that's why we work so hard to get re-elected. So we want to say thank you to the voters of Hillsborough, and thank you to my running mate this year. That's it for me.
Okay. Committeeman Sirachi.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I start, I also want to offer my congratulations to yourself and Committeewoman McCauley. I know you guys worked hard. You worked hard here on the dais, or just all the activities that we got going on here in town. But also, I know that campaign road is can be very long over those couple of months, but it was well earned. So congratulations again. A couple of weeks ago, probably more about a week and a half ago, we had our Halloween party. 250 children participated in the annual Halloween party that the Recreation Department puts together. I'd just like to thank the Recreation Department for putting that together. Had a bunch of kids here in their costumes. We had our infamous haunted house that they went through, and also they got to pick their own pumpkins after a hayride to our pumpkin patch. So again, another successful Halloween party. Looking forward into the rec department offerings, our winter 2014 winter guide is going to be available at the end of this week, and registrations for those activities will begin on Monday. You can visit the township website, hillsborough-nj.org, to register, and also to look at the winter program. Some of the new programs that are going to be offered this year will be boys and girls volleyball for grades 6 through 8, Big Chefs for boys and girls in grades 5 through 8, Young Crafters for kindergarten through 3rd grade, and we're going to have girls open gym basketball for grades 7 to 12. And also some things coming up next month. Never can mark your calendars and save some dates. December 5th is, from what I heard Santa Claus is going to be in town. So we've decided to schedule our Christmas tree lighting for December 5th. So mark your calendars for that. More details and time specifics will be coming next couple of weeks. And then on December 16th, we will have our menorah lighting, and again, details for that will be forthcoming. And, and I have one more thing, getting back to rec, sorry about that. Winter Session 1 for swim lessons, that registration actually has begun. So I encourage anyone that's interested in swim lessons for children's ages 6 months to 7 years old to register now. The new session is going to be beginning next week on November 17th. And again, more details on that can be found at the Park and Rec website. And that's all I have this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Burchett.
I'd like to publicly congratulate Mayor Doug and Committeewoman Gloria. Nice job, and I'm glad to see you're going to be here a few more years. Shop Hillsborough program now has a mobile app for Droid and for Apple. It's on the App Store. The app offers residents a convenient way to access the current list of Shop Hillsborough merchants from a smartphone or mobile device. We have about 70 merchants now, so the program keeps growing. It's a great program. Please check it out. From social services, donations are coming in for Thanksgiving Adopt a Family program, which is in conjunction with Somerset County. So donations are being looked for that program. The Hillsborough CAN, or the Community Assistance Network, is accepting frozen turkeys, hams, and lasagnas here in the food bank for the holidays. Anybody wishing to participate in the holiday program or sponsor a family should email the office at rooms@hillsborough-nj.org, it's a mouthful, or give social services a call at 908-369-3880. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Just a few comments from me this evening. First, I will echo all the other comments and congratulate Gloria for being reelected. It's an honor to run with you. So I do want to say congratulations. And I also would like to thank, on behalf of both of us, the voters of Hillsborough, for instilling your confidence in us to remain on the Township Committee. It is something that I greatly appreciate. Anyone who knows me, it's an absolute honor to serve up here. It's something that, being born and raised in town, it's something I've always wanted. So the privilege to come back for another 3 years is not lost on me. It's greatly appreciated. So thank you to all the voters here in town. And with that in mind, I'd also like to recognize the efforts of my opponents, as they should also be commended for stepping forward as well in Hillsborough. And for anyone interested, the annual reorganization meeting will be held on Thursday, January 5th, 2015 at 7 p.m. here at the Peter J. Biondi Municipal Building. And immediately following that, we will have refreshments, and all residents are invited to that. In other news this evening, we did host our 6th annual Veterans Day ceremony. I just want to take a minute to thank all the veterans here and echo the comments of Committeeman Delcourt, and especially acknowledge our speaker this evening, Tom Saluli Jr. Thank you for your very moving words about what it meant to be a veteran. We had a great turnout, and I hope we can continue to draw those large crowds each time, because it was a great event. I also had an opportunity this morning to attend Woodfern Elementary School for their ceremony, and much like what Committeewoman McCauley and Committeeman Delcourt said, watching 600 or 500 students stand up, sing God Bless America, sing Star Spangled Banner, and acknowledge all the hard efforts that the veterans have given to us. It's very moving. It's a great day. They sit there for an hour and a half. They're not talking. And anyone who has a child now, and there's a lot of children in our audience, knows no kid sits still for an hour. So to have children sit for an hour and a half and be awe-inspired by veterans just shows what a great town we live in, and what a great job everyone's doing as parents to make sure our kids understand how important the veterans are to us. Just a reminder that last Township Committee meeting, Hillsborough Township was selected by the New Jersey Devils to participate in the My Town series, which will highlight Hillsborough's community spirit during a home Devils game. It will be for the Sunday, March 8th game against the Philadelphia Flyers. At that game, the Hillsborough Township Police Color Guard will participate in the pregame festivities, and we'll be announcing more details shortly. Make sure you subscribe to our e-news. You can see everything on there, and you can get more information about special ticket prices so that everyone can come out and attend the event, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, moving on to proclamations this evening. We ask that after you receive your recognition, please resume your seat, and at the conclusion of all the presentations and proclamations, we are paused to allow for your departure. And first up this evening, we're going to continue honoring our businesses that have served this township for 25 years or more. It's been an absolutely great program that we have here to make sure we acknowledge businesses that have made the community what it is. So this evening, the first up, we have Amwell Dental Associates. If you could come forward. Wow, that was tight. I see you guys are working, right? Come on. Okay. So, on behalf of Hillsborough Township, this is a certificate of recognition to Amwell Dental Associates for over 30 years of dedication to Hillsborough and keeping our teeth clean. So, thank you for your being part of this community.
Smile.
I just want to say it's been a pleasure to be in Hillsborough for 30 years. And Hillsborough has grown from just being a stop between Somerville and Princeton to being a thriving community. And our office, having been open Sundays for 30 years, we get people from all over. But of course, most people come from Hillsborough. So it's been a pleasure, and we enjoy it. You want to say anything? These are the other two guys here.
No, it's been a pleasure to serve the community for me, 10 years. Mr. Brown's been here for, 30. Look forward to,
You have to point that out.
I look forward to many more years of helping our teeth keep clean and oral health.
Just want to say thank you guys. And Dr. Brown is a person in the office, and you can see that the patients that have been coming for 10, 15, 20, 30 years there, obviously they all appreciate what he does for them, and it's a really good office, and thank you guys for recognizing it. Congratulations.
Okay, next up this evening, Pioneer Pet Care. Okay. Again, this is a certificate of recognition being presented to Pioneer Pet Care LLC in recognition of 36 years of dedication to Hillsborough Township. Congratulations, and thank you for being part of our community.
I guess I'm the spokesperson. Vince and I have been happy to be here for 36 years. We raised 4 children here. This is our baby, Tara. As a husband and wife team, we personally took care of every pet that came through our doors. We are now passing the business on to our daughter and son-in-law, Tara and Jack. So, God willing, they'll have another 36 years in Hillsborough. Thank you for your honor.
Okay, and next up, Somerset Valley Players. Again, this is just a certificate of recognition being presented to Somerset Valley players in recognition of your 29 years of dedication to Hillsborough Township and providing an absolute amazing place for people to go and check out plays in our town. So thank you for being a part of our community. We appreciate it.
I was president when we bought the Playhouse in 1979, and it took us from then until 1985 to bring our Playhouse up to Hillsborough standards for being a playhouse. A playhouse used to mean a place for kids to play, but this is where we produce good theater for the community. We opened in 1985 after 5 years of really intensive work. And I'm going to tell you now that we opened without a certificate of occupancy. At the time, the inspector, Dominic? The inspector said, I go off at 5 o'clock, I don't know what happened, so go ahead.
We are a much smaller community. Much different. Grown a little bit.
Right, John Fiedler?
I think we've been doing things legally, so
I'm sure.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just want to thank Hillsborough for having us and us being in Hillsborough, but it's that little red schoolhouse on Amwell Road. Come see a show. You won't be disappointed.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, next up this evening, I'd like to invite Ms. Teresa Hans to come forward to receive a certificate of recognition for her work in putting together the 2014 Salute to the Veterans video from this year's Veterans Breakfast. If you haven't had a chance to see the video yet, it appears on the hometown channel 29, that's a TV channel as mentioned before, channel 29, at 8 a.m., 1:30, 6, and 11. You can also see the video on our township's website. Underneath videos, there's a drop-down box. And I'd certainly be remiss if I didn't also thank Miss Susan Gulliford with the camera who's about to take a photo, and her husband George, where you at, George? Where you hiding? You went out in the hall and congratulated him? All right. You could tell him it was very wonderful and poetic. But they took all the photos that are featured in this video, so if you haven't had a chance, please take a chance to look at the video, because Teresa did an amazing job. It is a moving video, and I think any veterans had a chance to see it will be greatly appreciated. So thank you for doing that, and this is a small token of our appreciation for your hard work.
Hey, Mayor, perhaps we do have a number of veterans in the audience. Maybe perhaps they could come up, and I'm sure it'd be great to have them take a picture with Teresa.
So if you're a veteran, if you don't mind coming forward for a minute, now you can go get George. Tell George to get in. So veterans, please come forward. It's your show.
Well, thank you so much. But really, it was an honor to make this for all of you guys. It was so much fun to put the video together and seeing all of the faces and the pictures that went into that video, I could only imagine the incredible stories of service that you have. So thank you all so much for your service, and I hope you enjoy it because it was really an honor to make it for you.
Come on, George.
George, come on up.
We were waiting for you, George, the whole time.
The other photographer.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, we have two proclamations this evening. I believe we have someone here representing the World Diabetes Day. Someone here? Come on forward, please. Whereas World Diabetes Day, celebrated every year on November 14th, was established by the International Diabetes Federation and the World Health Organization in 1991 with the aim of coordinating diabetes advocacy worldwide. And whereas New Jerseyans are increasingly feeling the effects of diabetes as thousands of people suffer from the disease and many others have diabetes and not know it. And whereas it is estimated that 1 out of every 3 children born after the year 2000 in the United States will be directly affected by diabetes. And whereas approximately 700,000 New Jerseyans are living with diabetes. And whereas diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death by disease in the United States. And whereas the American Diabetes Association estimates that the total national cost of diagnosed diabetes in the United States is $245 billion. And whereas millions of Americans lack access to the care, treatment, education needed to manage the disease and prevent its serious and costly complications, including heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, blindness, and lower limb amputation. And whereas an increase in community awareness of risk factors and symptoms related to diabetes can improve the likelihood that people with diabetes will get the attention they need before developing the disease and its devastating complications. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Town Committee of the Township of Hillsborough, do hereby recognize all the above and declare November 2014 as National Diabetes Awareness Month and encourage all residents of the Township of Hillsborough to help fight this disease and its life-threatening complications by increasing awareness of the risk factors for diabetes, making healthy lifestyle choices, and by providing care and treatment to those suffering from diabetes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, and thanks to the administrative office here at the Hillsborough and the support that our SKN Foundation gets to do our programs. I'm Dr. Meena Murthy, Director of the Thyroid and Diabetes Center at St. Peter's University Hospital, and I direct the diabetes programs along with Dr. Naveen Malhotra, who is the pediatrician and founder of this foundation, which is housed in your township. It is diabetes. I would like to say a couple of words about diabetes because diabetes does not discriminate anybody. It affects the rich and the poor, the young and the old, and it does not matter where we come from or where we live. What is important to remember is diabetes and related complications are completely preventable. And very often, diabetes is reversible. Although most people think once they have diabetes, nothing can be done about it. And they have to go forward with the complications as they come. But these things are preventable, and Dr. Malhotra, with his leadership and the SKN family, has worked tirelessly over the years to bring this awareness, bring the education, and bring the resources to the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
For allowing
last but certainly not least, the 2014 Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team. Could you guys come forward? Trophy could be next to me, that's fine. Whereas, no, all right, pay attention, you're all on film, apparently. Whereas the 2014 Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team had a very successful season because of their hard work and dedication. And whereas the 2014 Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team comprised of the following young athletes. Oh, I didn't tell you guys have to say your name on microphone, too. So, you get to go first.
Scott Bandola.
Emilio Guerrero.
Nick Skirbo.
John Labib.
Chris Bagato. Justin Zinger.
Johnny Gadaletta.
Dan Chesner.
Matt Rootman. Kyle Weeks.
Alfredo Gonzalez. Ryan Mertens. Cameron Bruno.
Michael Fazia. Jack Renz.
Nick Bagato.
Simon Angelo.
Justin Dominique.
Christian Smith.
Is that everybody? Good job. We're going to get him, don't worry. You want me to embarrass him specifically? Done. Who helped the team reach exceptional achievements. And whereas the Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team was led by Coach Jim Smart and assistant coach Joseph Pidini? Padani. That was close. Whereas the Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team had a 13-2-2 season. That's great. And whereas the Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team won the title of the 2014 Central Jersey Junior Athletic League champions. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Township Committee of the Township of Hillsborough, do hereby commend all the members of the 2014 Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team, not only for their awards and achievements, for the championships they have won, but also for their unwavering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship throughout the season. Be further proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Township Committee, further commend the 2014 Hillsborough Middle School Boys Soccer A team for the honor that they have brought to themselves, their team, and our community through their many achievements. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, committee members, for this award. Thank you, parents, for having these kids. As the proclamation states, it was a total team effort, and the kids deserve all the credit for this. And surprisingly, I'm going to pick on one to speak. Really? They don't stop talking during the season. Come on. Somebody say something.
You guys can do it. Come on.
Johnny!
Right, Johnny, step forward.
Come on, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny, right here. Coach.
The chief of police.
It's been a great season, and our goal from the start of the season was to win the championship, and we succeeded that goal. So.
Good job. Let's take a photo. I'll tell you what, you hold the proclamation, and I'll hold the trophy.
So you to take a knee up front, so we can get
All right, guys, ready? Everyone's going to look to the left first. This way, all right? Look there. Take your shots there. All right. Now everyone look forward for a second. All right, now one more. Everyone look this way and we're set. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, we're good.
That's the right thing.
All right, we good? Everyone good? All right, congratulations, guys. Hold up.
On we go.
Okay, again, congratulations to all of our proclamation winners tonight and everyone who was recognized for their hard efforts. And a special thank you to all of our veterans that are here today. We thank you for your service, and we greatly appreciate everything that you've done for this great nation. With that in mind, we're going to take a brief pause because I know everyone wants to stay this evening, but if you'd like to go home, I certainly understand. So thank you for coming tonight. Ready? Okay. All right, there's no new business this evening, so we're going to move on to public comment on new business and matters not on the agenda. Any members of the public who wish to comment, now is your time. Seeing none, moving on to an introduction of a new ordinance. 2014-20, an ordinance repealing Chapter 145 of the Uniform Construction Code, Section 3, Construction Fee Schedule, and replacing with a new Chapter 145 Uniform Construction Code, Section 3, Construction Fee Schedule of the Code of the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on December 9th, 2014. The proposed changes in this ordinance are a language clarification required by the Bureau of Regulatory Affairs. And we have Mr. John Feather, our construction official, here this evening, if there are any questions. So I believe I need a motion? Yes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None. Do we have to open up for public? We don't. Okay, just introducing. Thank you. All right, moving on to considerations this evening. First up is consideration number 1, resolution of the Township of Hillsborough referring proposed area in need of rehabilitation resolution to the planning board for consideration in accordance with NJSA 40:40A:12A-14A parentheses. This resolution is being referred to the planning board for the area in need of rehabilitation for the consideration and recommendation. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any comments on the dais? On the floor? Please. State your name and address for the record. Jim.
Jim Bergstrom, 78 Words Hill Road in Hillsborough. Thank you very much. Where is this property?
It's located on Amwell Road. I'm going to say it's approximately catty corner. You know the sign for Ann Vans Middleworth Park?
His mic might be off. He's trying to tell
Oh.
you the back.
Is the mic? If you spin it around, there's a green button. Sorry. We're going to make you earn speaking into the mic. There you go. Yes, sorry. I wasn't trying to make you walk in a circle there. As I was saying, I believe the question for those at home, where is this property located? It's the sign for Ann Vans Middleworth on the corner of Amwell Road. If you're coming catty corner to it, going towards the high school, but on the other side of the road.
Why does it need rehabilitation?
Still up. Could you just hold on 1 second so we can get the mic to work? There we go. Mind asking again, just for
Yeah,
so we
why
can-
does it need rehabilitation?
As part of the process for, it's for a COA credit. This property is going to be for COA property. In order to get the appropriate number of units to approve by COA, this has to be placed into an area needed, not an area needed redevelopment, an area needed rehabilitation, which is being sent to the planning board for them to properly vet before it comes back to us.
Same property that's up for redevelopment on the next resolution or next consideration?
It is, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Is this going to involve rezoning in that?
I don't believe that it is under for rezoning in that one.
I don't believe it.
No, that's not. Just deferring to my attorney just to double check, but
Yeah, so right now what's happening is a study was authorized by CME Associates to conduct a study to determine if it was an area of rehabilitation. They prepared a preliminary study, but the law requires us now to refer it over to the planning board for them to take a look at. Then they will, if they agree that it's an area that's in need of redevelopment, Township Committee intends to, will then move forward with the resolution, declare it an area of rehabilitation. And then after that, they'll have to come up with a development plan. We also have they also prepared a proposed development plan for it. And it is going to go towards satisfying the township's COA obligations, affordable housing obligations.
Which this property was one of the identified areas that would be part of the COA plan. But this is sort of just the steps in the process to get us to the development plan.
Thank you for your clarification. It's not so clear on just lot number and that with what's going on. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. Any other comments this evening from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delport.
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Resolution number 2, authorize, resolution of the Township of Hillsborough referring redevelopment plan to the Township Planning Board for consideration in accordance with NJSA 40A:12A-7E in parentheses. This resolution will be referred to the Planning Board so that the Planning Board may prepare a report identifying any provisions of the proposed redevelopment plan that are inconsistent with the master plan and recommendations concerning those inconsistencies and any other matters that the Planning Board deems appropriate. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delport.
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Resolution number 3, approving a 2014 budget transfers. Budget transfers are only permitted in the last 2 months of the fiscal year or in the first 3 months of the new fiscal year. This resolution transfers funds within budget line items to fund appropriations where we have incurred expenditures greater than anticipated. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais?
Mayor, just so we're clear, this does not affect the overall township budget. It's simply reallocating money between various budget lines where money's needed. Obviously, we do a budget at the beginning of the year and sometimes requires some changes within those budget line items.
Okay. Any other comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delport.
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Resolution number 5, authorizing the hiring of Anthony Menafro to fill a vacancy in the Hillsborough Township Building Department for the full-time position of plumbing subcode official effective November 17,
Excuse me, Mayor.
2000.
You need
I
number
skipped
4.
I'm sorry. Resolution number 4, authorizing adjustments in the amount not to exceed of various professional services contracts for the year 2014. This resolution authorizes the adjustments required to complete our legal obligations through 2014. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delport.
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes, I was so excited to hire a subcode official that I skipped right ahead. So this time, Anthony, we're going to get you on camera, too. Resolution number 5, authorizing the hiring of Anthony Manafro to fill a vacancy in the Hillsborough Township's Building Department, bless you, for the full-time position of plumbing subcode official, effective November 17, 2014, at a salary of $75,000 per year. There exists a vacancy in the position of plumbing subcode official in the Building Department. Mr. Manafro has been recommended to fill this position. Welcome, Anthony. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Thank you. Comments from the dais?
Just a quick comment, Mayor. I had an opportunity, and our building code official, John Fiedler, was in the office as well, in the audience as well. Believes to be a great candidate, especially what we look for here in the township as far as customer service and the type of person we're looking for to make sure that we keep the community and not only its residents and businesses safe. So he ranked highest in our interview process. So I just wanted to say definitely someone we're looking forward to and adding to the township here.
Thank you. Any other comments from the dais?
Keep things flowing.
You may have a pile, yay high when you get there. Just do what you can to get through that as quickly as possible.
Welcome aboard.
Any comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delport.
Welcome, yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi.
In spite of the Princeton colors, yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes, congratulations.
Welcome.
Resolution number 6 of the Township of Hillsborough directing the undertaking of a continuing disclosure review and authorizing participation in the municipality's continuing disclosure cooperative initiative of the Division of Enforcement of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. As a result of the new SEC regulations related to financial disclosure requirements regarding the outstanding bonds and other securities, this resolution authorizes the CFO of Hillsborough to act on behalf of the township to ensure compliance. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sirachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Resolution number 7, authorizing the hiring of April Lupka as a part-time floater for the Township of Hillsborough at $14.50 an hour, not to exceed 29 hours per week, effective November 12, 2014. There exists a vacancy in the position of a part-time floater for the Township. April has been interviewed and has been recommended by the Township Administrator to fill this part-time vacancy on an as-needed basis. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais?
Yeah, just again, Mayor, I just wanted to recognize, I guess, April in the audience. I had an opportunity to interview her, and as you mentioned, a position is open as existed. We want to continue to provide a high level of service here to the residents in town, and when there's are openings throughout the year, this position is extremely important. And again, in interviewing April, as I mentioned, with our customer service, I think it's another great candidate and a way to continue operations here in the building. So, thank you.
Any other comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Welcome. Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes.
Committeeman Sirachi.
Turn the camera, Kaz. Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Welcome. Yes.
And Mayor Thompson.
Yes, welcome. Okay. Moving on to consent agenda this evening, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments on the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sirachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Moving on to the claims list, may I have a motion to approve claims list 2014-20?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Committeeman Sirachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Burchett.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes, this concludes our regular meeting this evening. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No. We are adjourned.